The epic escapades of Sir Bumbles McFuddle. In the quirky town of Bumblebrook, where life was as lively as a storybook, lived Sir Bumbles McFuddle, a jolly old chap whose every move was a comedy mishap.
I'm off on an adventure,
He said with a grin, not knowing the trouble that soon would begin. He packed a suitcase full of cheese, a rubber chicken and socks with bees, a map that led to nowhere at all, and a kazoo for tunes to enthrall. His first stop was the village fair, with cotton candy and a dancing bear. Sir Bumbles, always the curious type, tried juggling pies but slipped on a pipe. Pies flew left and pies flew right. One hit the mayor, a comical sight. Covered in cream, the mayor did glare.
but Bumbles just chuckled its pie-tastic flair.
Next he met a wizard, old and wise, with twinkling stars in crescent eyes.
I'll grant you one wish.
But Bumbles asked for a loaf of bread, narrator, the wizard said.
A loaf of bread?
Yes, I'm quite peckish, dearie.
The wizard laughed and granted his plea, and Bumbles shared it with a passing bee. Through forest dense with trees so tall, Sir Bumbles wandered, having a ball.
He tried to swing on a vine like Tarzan, but ended up in a pond with a loud splash then.
Wet and cold, but full of cheer, he danced a jig with Clyde near. They stumbled upon a castle grand, where knights and jesters made a stand.
Bumbles challenged a knight to a duel, but used a broomstick, acting the fool.
The knight, bemused, played along, as Bumbles sang a silly song. They clashed and clattered, causing a scene, till Bumbles tripped and split his jeans. Laughter echoed through the hall, as Bumbles took a hilarious fall. Through deserts dry and mountains steep, Bumbles' journey would not sleep.
He met a cactus, quite the chap, who offered him a sunny nap.
He dozed and dreamed of a giant fish that granted him a single wish.
I wish for socks without the bees and a talking parrot, if you please.
The fish complied, but with a twist, the parrot sang with a lisp.
Sir Bumbles, you are so grand, let's traverse thith lovely land.
They reached a town where folks were frowning. He performed a dance on a banana peel, juggled chickens and made quite a meal. The townsfolk laughed till their sides did ache, and Bumbles baked them a giant cake. No more frowning. The mayor there, a serious man, couldn't help but join the plan. He donned a wig and a tutu pink and danced with Bumbles, causing quite the stink. They toured the town in a parade, with Sir Bumbles leading the escapade. He rode a unicycle balancing pies, while kids threw confetti up to the skies. In a meadow wide, he found a frog teaching yoga on a fallen log.
Join us, Bumbles. Find your zen, don't be ignored.
Bumbles tried a downward dog, but tangled up, he hugged the log.
You're quite a sight, but yoga's more than balance tight.
Through swamps and bogs, across quicksand, Bumbles found an accordion band.
He joined in with his trusty kazoo, making music with frogs and gunners.
They formed a troupe, a travelling show, with Clyde on drums and the parrot's flow.
Their act was wild, their humor crass. With every town, they drew a mass.
In one town square, he met a mime who'd lost his voice in the nick of time.
Bumbles mimed back in gestures grand, and soon the mime regained command.
They played charades and mimed a fight with invisible swords. It was quite the sight.
The crowd erupted, laughed aloud as Bumbles bowed and took his crowd.
Sir Bumbles McFuddle, now a legend tall, returned to Bumblebrook to tell it all.
With stories wild of cheese and bees, of wizards, knights and talking trees.
In the quirky town of Bumblebrook, Bumbles became a storybook.
For though his journey was absurd, he spread more laughter than any word.
So here's to Bumbles, brave and true, with his mismatched shoes, and cat named Clyde too. May we all embrace the fun, for in the end life's a laugh and a pun. If you like funny poems and stories, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.